Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Raven Grimm, and today I'm going to be making a video on the M-48 Viking axe from Bud K. I have a series of things I want to go over. The first axe that I just got out of the box and I just started using it. It just seemed so awesome. I just couldn't do a unboxing video because I was too impatient. I just wanted to go use it. But I started putting it through the rigorous testing that I was doing, and when I was splitting wood, a medium-sized log, I was splitting into it, and it's a war axe, not made to do splitting, but I wanted to test its limits. And due to the blade profile, it got stuck pretty deep. And then I was like, okay, well, I could try a few things to get it out. They weren't working, and so I was like, yeah, this is risky. I was going to do this test anyways. Let's smack it on the neck of the axe. And that seemed to help get it out due to the curvature of its blade. That being said, it snapped. And I contacted Bud K and I asked them if they sell replacement handles. They did not answer if they sell replacement handles. They wanted a picture of the axe and the story of what happened, so I explained to them everything, and they said they'll send me a new axe. And so I sent this email on Friday. It is now Monday the next week, so typically it would be here within 1 to 2 business days, but I had to wait over the weekend and my nerves were getting anxious because I really like this axe. And so this video, I'm going to go through, I'm going to open it, I'm going to do some paper cutting to show you just how sharp the axe is. Then I'm going to compare it to the broken one that's been pretty heavily used, and I'm going to show you how to make this little sheath holder that I did on this one because I think it's pretty useful. So what do I have? I have a screwdriver. I have bits. I believe this is a star head, and doesn't say the millimeters or anything, but it's very small, probably one of the smallest ones you have in your toolkit. Will work on the star head screws on the M-48 axe, a lighter, a multi-tool, and a ferro rod for something, and obviously, guys, Monster Energy, because it's great. So let's get into it. Here's the broken axe unboxing. Sharp. I mean, I just opened it by just doing that. That's pretty insane. So let's see what the box has for me. All right, so you get a little magazine, which is nice, it's beautiful. And the box for the Viking axe is double boxed. I'll open this up here. It's double boxed. Nothing too much of a problem here. And then, a little note here. The receipt, the description. Says unit price that it was $0. Return to exchange for merchandise. Please check your order carefully. Receipt. Blah blah blah. Okay. If it says if for any reason you are not completely satisfied, simply return the item within 60 days of the invoice date using the instructions below. I'm not returning this. I'm going to ride or die with this axe. I have lots of plans for this. So, part 2, you get to see me open another box. Here we go. So cool. So, cut this open. All you gotta do is a simple movement like that. Cool. I'll do it this way, facing the camera. Super sharp. Ooh, satisfying. Set that off to the side. And here we go. Oh, there's another one right here. And one more. Okay. Let's show you guys what it's in here. The sheath is not on. Comes with some styrofoam. And again, another little pamphlet, very nicely done. And it comes wrapped in plastic. It looks like there's some oil on the blade. There's the sheath. I just love that sheath. It is so cool. Oh wow, that cut right through. Cut right through the packaging. All right, so here's the new M-48 Viking axe. Okay, let's get into this. So when I first received it, I didn't make a review on it because I just wanted to use it. But there were a few things that I noticed. First being the handle down here. I want to see if you guys can get a look at that because I'm a little bit far away. It's clunky and it's weird and I don't like it. Why? Because if you have a axe holster or an axe ring or a belt ring, when you're trying to put this in there, it's hard to fit through this. So it makes it hard to carry in your waistband, and I've been having to carry it without one of those. Furthermore, if you do find an axe ring that's long enough to hold through it, there's no back. There's no hammer part to this. And why that matters is that hammer part keeps the ring from sliding up over and catching on the thick part of the blade. Secondly, what I don't like about it is that it has a tang. So if I were to get in closer here, angle it, it'll be really hard to see. There's a metal tang, like a handle, that comes into the axe grip. And why don't I like this? Because it mainly means that you will not be able to get replacement handles. And that has been the case. I asked them if they sell replacement handles, and they said they'll replace the axe. They didn't say they'll send me a new handle. So future buyers, keep that in mind. If you're going to use this like a bushcrafting, wood splitting axe, your handle is bound to break. Every axe will have that happen. And you will not be able to get a brand new handle, just the handle. You have to get a completely new axe. And they gave this one to me for free. Super generous, super awesome. I don't know if they'll do that for you. So keep that in mind. And back to the large clunkiness of the handle here. I see the idea behind it if you were to carry the axe like this and use it more like a less than lethal baton because it's got weight up here. But using it, you're gonna use this as an axe. If you ever have to use this in a scenario where it's as a weapon, I'm not hitting with the handle unless I'm using it to position myself. I want to kill the guy. I'm gonna hit him with this part. It's an axe. You want to use it like an axe. And that goes back to using it as an axe. Because of this, your indexing on the grip is awkward. And when I was in the video doing a lot of the chop testing, because of how it's positioned in your hand, it wants to roll and swivel out of your hand. So when I'm hitting with it, it'll hit, and then because of the indexing, it'll like swivel. Furthermore, when I just play around with it and I'm wielding it, because of how thick the handle is, your hand tends to just wander around the handle, and then your edge alignment is off. But other than that, it's a great axe. And to get into some of the things I should have done, let's get into the sharpness test. I'm gonna get into this with a nice single piece of paper. I'm gonna compare the new to the slightly used. So here we go. I think it would be suiting just to do a chop. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna cut, but I think it'll be suiting. So here we go. It cut, it chopped. Let's see if the broken one and used one can do the same thing. So here we go. Not as much. Okay, it does a little bit, but not like that. Now let's get into just an actual cut video. We're just gonna stick the point through and pull down. Here we go. It's not crazy sharp for like this. I mean, again, this is an axe, it's not a knife. Hey, there we go. Okay. Let's see if the used one still has that sharp edge. Not as much. Not as much. But it's still really sharp, like I can tell you that. Now let's test the beard, because I think the beard will have a much better test. I'm gonna hold it like this, and I'm just gonna pull. Okay. Cut it pretty well. Let's try that again. Start at the beard up here. That's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get that on a side angle for you guys. Hopefully my arms do not get in the way here. Stab through the beard, right? And then we just, pretty sharp. Now let's test that with the used one. I just love that sheath. That is such an innovative design. For how poorly designed the handle is, and the eye, that's a whole nother problem. The sheath and the blade itself is designed exceedingly well. I mean, I can't glaze this thing enough. It's great. I love it. So now, for the broken one that's been used. You definitely have to do more of a slicing movement on this one instead of like a pull. On that one, I could pull it and it would cut very well. Let's turn it this way. Show you guys. Hopefully my hand isn't in the way. Okay. So if you pull down, it cuts, and then it starts, when it gets down to the beard or the upper part, it doesn't cut as much, but it still cuts. But it's not designed for that. It's designed to chop. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We are back with Raven Grimm. We are going to be doing the axe handle restoration and modification. This video will be shot in 2 parts. The first one, restoration, and then we're going to modify the other one. So what I had to do is, on the last video, as I was attempting to remove the screws on this, note they are called, yes, believe it or not, they are called sex screws or sex bolts. Didn't come up with that term. It was what was ever used. I was only able to get one out, and with that I was able to go get brand new steel ones, stainless steel ones that will last longer in the handle. These are cheap aluminum. So I got 6 of those because I have 2 handles and each have 3. I then got the screw extractor and the drill bit for this, and the drill. So let's get into it. Unfortunately, I do not think this is going to work very well. I think this is just drilling a hole through it, so I might have to switch to a different option. It's hot. Okay. Now this is where it's going to get very, very tricky. second one. Stuck. It's pretty warm. Remember, guys, keep stimulated. Damn, that's freaking stuck. I have another problem. It's stuck. There we go. Poke it back out. Okay, so after a very long time, I was able to get the old head from the broken shaft onto the new one. These sex bolts on the new one, I am hesitant because there's gaps because of the texturing that was put onto the handle. That being said, I will be testing this soon, but I might be grinding this handle part down so that there's no texturing on it, and then it will we'll see how that works.